there, guys, and welcome back to the Grove. I'm Ace.
I'm Tori.
I'm Augusto.
You did it. Good job.
You did it! And this week's topic is small talk and how much we fucking hate it.
For those who don't know, like myself, can you give them a simple rundown of what small talk is?
Sorry?
So a small talk, I would say, is the type of talk that you do with someone when you're not really trying to get to know them, but trying to just
Like
make conversation. It's nothing deep. It's kind of just like, oh, what do you think about the weather today? Did you watch the news?
how's your day?
Yeah, like the,
And
how are you?
Yeah, the small things that most people ignore.
I didn't know what that was.
It's kind of oftentimes you'll realize thinking back on friendships that you may have skipped over a lot of small talk. For example, what's your favorite color? Because I realized when I was trying to get gifts for my best
Augusto's
friends.
is green.
When I was trying to get gifts for my best friends, I realized I don't know these people's favorite colors at all, and I had to text them. And that was a moment. So what is your favorite colors? Let's do small talk, guys.
I know Augusto's is green.
Ace, I'm gonna guess it's red.
No.
Not?
I'm gonna give
purple.
I was gonna guess, but okay.
Oh, what was your guess gonna be?
I was gonna say yellow, just to be different. I feel like not many people like yellow that much.
That's my second favorite color.
What's mine, guys? Can you guess?
Purple.
Yours is purple.
Wow, however would you guess that one?
Oh, I fell down the entirety of the hole that I was in.
Oh no.
For context, I'm playing Minecraft and mining while we are talking today. I need something to do with my hands.
Don't you worry, I'm drawing Animal Crossing.
But
yeah, small talk.
I don't. What is your second favorite, Augusto?
I just said it, so
it's yellow.
I didn't hear it.
I did. It's yellow.
I was gonna guess yellow, cause you have a lot of yellow on your green avatar, your main avatar.
My room is both
main skin.
Green, yellow too.
I wonder, could you do what's my second favorite?
Ooh.
I don't want to be cliche and say pink because I feel like that's cliche.
I don't think it's pink.
I don't think it is.
Why do I feel like it's a variant of purple?
Just my first and second favorite color are purple. Okay.
I feel like that'd be really funny.
Would it be orange?
Honestly, you might be right, but like an orangey yellow.
Yellow. I was gonna say yellow.
I was gonna say, would it be like a golden, hold on, have you seen the ones they use for pill bottles?
Mm-hmm.
That, but a little bit more yellow?
Probably. I would say, I couldn't tell you what my second favorite color is, but I feel like that would probably be it. Because the lights in my room are like an orangey yellow. And I like that lighting.
It's what's it called? What's the...
I also wear like a lot of green and a lot of light yellow, so that probably is something.
Fair enough.
I would say if I had to pick a second favorite color, it would either be like an orangey yellow or like a sage green. Because I do have a lot of sage green stuff.
I also have a lot of green. Well, green is my favorite one, but
but it's just because I feel like I have to commit to a certain color for stuff, stick to two colors when I decorate. So my bedroom at home is green, orange, not orange, green and orangey yellow. And then my bedroom for college is pink and green, but it's a bit more green now.
Mhm.
Though my favorite color is purple. I just don't like purple, like, decorative stuff as much.
Yeah, a lot of purple decorative stuff
It's
isn't
too
great.
much. It's just too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, because like a lot of people who like purple, this is really ironic for me because my walls in my bedroom are purple, but
Mine are green. Not like green
a
green.
lot of like a lot of people who when you think of somebody who likes purple, you'll always think of like, oh, everything they own is purple.
Yeah, like the extremes. I feel like,
Yeah.
okay, pink is the same way to me, where I can only ever think
Yeah.
of people like using pink to the extremes. And it's just because there was this one person I went to middle school with, and literally everything they owned was pink. They had the
Oh
pink
my
folders,
gosh.
pink notebooks, pink pencils, pink pens. Their
Oh
socks
my
were pink,
god.
their shoes were pink,
Jesus.
hair ties were pink. Everything they wore or owned was pink. Like it was extreme. And then they had an emo phase and went to like all black.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
That's
That's like a massive
hilarious.
jump.
That's so fucking funny though.
It's
Just
really
like
funny, but it's so
like
off
I
topic.
love pink. I love pink so much. Oh my god, it's such a good color. I'm the dark of night.
Yeah.
Hold on. You wanna know what's the worst part? I just had like a sudden flashback. That
Mhm.
is my transition from fourth to fifth grade.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we
Fifth
should get
grade.
back on topic.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I was actually the
after you say
purple
this.
assigned child, actually.
Nah,
I
it's
was
fine.
not the pink assigned child. That was my child color, was purple. Did your parents assign
I
you
don't
guys
know.
colors? Because mine did.
No,
Mine did.
no.
It was
I was
kind of
assigned
just
pink.
Who
like
the
anything you
hell?
got was that color.
I was assigned pink and purple, all
Oh,
pastels,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I was assigned
which is
pink, but I
really ironic
always
because
preferred
I
purple.
I'm here with my favorite colors being green and yellow.
All
My
right,
brother
all
was
right.
assigned blue and he loves blue.
Okay.
Sometimes it
See, this is
works.
why we can't make small talk. Because us,
Yeah.
we're all divergent. We just start rambling on about more personal things. Which is why I didn't know what the fuck small talk is, because anytime people try to make it with me at my job, I ended up rambling to them about stuff, and they just kind of looked at me like, this is stuff I didn't want to know. Or they'll add on to the conversation so it does not become small talk.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, I have a lot of experience with small talk, and that's because I work retail. So it's pretty much all I do when I'm there. And it's the worst part. It is the worst part of that job.
It is because like why I know you don't give two shits about what my answer is. Why are you asking me?
Yeah, because they're always like, oh, how are you today? And it's like, oh, I'm exhausted. But it's not appropriate for me to say that. So I'm just going to say, oh, I'm good, I'm good.
I'm all right. How
It's
are
like I'm
you?
actually miserable right now and I want to lay in my bed so badly, but I'm stuck here for another
Yeah.
3 hours because of you. People like you are why I'm stuck
You're not
here.
helping it by asking me, "Oh, how are you today?" Oh my
Like I
gosh, I
I
hope
I just want to sit here with my music that I enjoy in silence other than the music. You are ruining that for me with this stupid small talk.
literally.
Buddy. You want to hear the most wildest small talk some people try to make with me?
Oh?
Hmm.
Context. I work as a waiter, so I have to do it more often.
Mhm.
You guys have to be sociable, smiling, and friendly. Why am I doing this like if it was a business deal? Um, essentially, there's this couple. They've already paid context because, and my shift was ending. They started small talk with me about jobs, the job economy, telling me, and they were old, so
Mhm.
like, oh, jobs suck. We're losing so many jobs to immigrants. Context: I work in a Mexican restaurant,
It's like,
and they're telling a Mexican about how much they hate Mexicans. at a Mexican restaurant. Make that click for a second.
Oh, they
Where?
probably try and order off the menu in Spanish, right?
No, they chose the most
Okay.
Do
American
they do
items.
they do they say quesadilla?
They didn't order a quesadilla.
But
No.
do you
They
think they
ordered.
would?
Oh, I feel like they
Probably.
would. I feel like if they knew I was Mexican, they would have hate cried me. Except I look pretty pale, and my accent is not one of quote unquote um what people say, an quote unquote Mexican accent. If people get what I mean by that,
Yes, like the ones on TV, that one female
yeah,
actress.
I don't have that accent. No. Um, so they try to make small talk, and it turned out to turn into a debate
Oh God.
Oh
because my dumbass
god.
decided to debate them, be like, "Oh, did you know this?" And I kept giving them facts, stuff, and compared jobs and
I'm just saying, if you guys were actually
generation.
good at your jobs, you would definitely not be losing them.
Yeah.
You're not
Oh,
losing that job to anybody but yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
and
Sorry to
Also,
tell
they're
you
not even the
that.
ones who are losing their jobs, yet they're the ones complaining.
Yeah, it's like
mm-hmm.
if this is not acceptable no matter what. But like I could see it a little bit more if it was a person who has actually lost their job.
No,
Like
no, they look like they
I'm
needed
like
to retire.
yeah, and they're not the type of people who would be losing their jobs because they're the type of people that everywhere is hiring.
Oh, and the thing is, I can say this because they had that thick Southern accent.
Ugh.
Oh, so the
Smiles.
southern, the
Yeehaw.
southern,
Yeah.
the
Um,
yeehaw people.
I might be in the city compared to these two, but I'm in the South, guys.
Um, yeah, no, it's small talk is bad enough, and then trying to do small talk with like boomers and dinosaurs is even worse.
Literally,
I'm sorry.
dinosaurs. Oh, oh my god! Don't let the
Was
boomers
not
see this.
expecting that.
Don't let the boomers see this episode.
It's
I
okay.
don't
They
think
don't
that's
know
our
how to
target
work it.
audience.
They don't know how to work it.
They wouldn't click on this video anyways. They're furries.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's going up on YouTube and Spotify. They don't know how to use that shit. They're using Pandora.
Yeah.
Dude, just now my
Oh.
mom off of that. Sorry.
My mom used it for a bit, and I'm like, this is like one of the worst music services ever.
No, it's
It was
seriously
so
like the
bad.
worst.
I'm like, why do we have a subscription to this thing? Can't we just get like a normal music subscription? My dad was using YouTube Music for the longest time, and I'm like, that's also not that good of an option. Can
But
can
it's better
we
than
can we
Pandora.
Honestly,
can we just do
yeah,
Spotify, Apple Music, something?
something better than this.
But yeah, no, every day I have to make small talk with people who look like they expired a couple of years ago. Um come on now. They give me that lead paint stare too. Um
The poisoning?
it looks like they've consumed a lot of lead paint. um but yeah, having to make small talk with them is a lot of fun because then I get the political small talk. I
Oh
I
my
get I
god.
get the boomers coming up to me like, "Hey, you're gonna vote for this one, right? You vote for this one." So I've just started to lie to them directly to their face. I know my bosses watch the camera and they're probably like, "What the fuck is she doing?" But I just look at them, I smile and I go, "I can't vote yet. I'm 17." I'm not 17, guys. I'm 20. I just don't look like I'm a 20-year-old. So I use it as
You'd just
my secret
rather,
weapon.
yeah.
It
My
makes them
gosh, you know
drop
what
it.
that reminded me of?
What?
I was in the mall with my two cousins, and this lady comes up to us and says, "Are you guys able to vote?" We all agree.
Why?
Because, keep in mind, Hispanics, the cliche of Hispanics not being able to vote, that's a cliche. Um,
Mhm.
and it was a lady just coming up to us and asking that. So we all look at each other awkwardly and are like, "Yep, yes we do." Um, and then she proceeds to sit down with us.
Why?
I don't
No one
know.
invited
She was
you, lady.
We were just eating our lunch, and she was trying to make small talk about political stuff, trying to make sure we can vote. Like, have you guys signed up to vote? And yada yada. Just nodded, be like, yeah. And then I told her because I know she was now looking at it. She was trying to make small talk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and me being me,
Mhm.
oh yeah, I already voted for the local elections for in town.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, and then she left.
Yeah. No, I just lie
I
home.
don't,
I go, nope,
I don't,
not old enough.
I don't know what this was supposed to
Dude,
mean.
people who I don't like that type of small talk because I'm like, I don't want to tell you
It's
things
just
about
too
myself.
uncomfortable. It's like, why do you need to
Like,
know my political alignment? I don't know you. I'm just trying to do my job.
and we're not gonna like anywhere on this account, we're not gonna say our political alignments because that's not what we're
I
trying to
will.
talk about.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Augusto.
Banned, kicked out
That's
of the
not,
A
podcast.
joke. I had a joke.
yeah, because we're not, that's not
That's
something
not
we
what
want
we're
to have
about.
just out here. We don't care what happens as long as people have rights.
Yeah. I mean, I care what
I agree with that
happens
statement. You
to
just
make
did.
sure that people have rights.
Yeah, that's the only thing we're about. Just like,
But that's just basic
be
human
kind.
decency, okay? Let's be
Real.
honest.
Yeah.
It's basic human decency. Everyone deserves their rights.
Yeah. Um, but besides the point, besides that, that's besides the point. My the type of small talk that I hate the most is, "Oh, how's the weather today?"
I don't
Or
know.
"The
Go
weather
look
today is so
outside.
beautiful." "Oh, the weather today is so beautiful today. And don't you think?" Like,
Yes, I
no,
looked outside.
sure,
Dude, I make that
sure.
type of talk to people. I'll be like, "Hey, is this still raining outside?"
Like,
Because
no,
there's
like that type is fine, but it's when it's just, "How's the weather?"
I don't know. You just experienced it, and so did I. So, I mean, I think we both know how the weather is.
Yeah.
The only
It's not
weather
like, "Is it
small talk I
still?"
engage in is trying to convince people to leave the area I work in. I'll just be like, oh wow, yeah, it's supposed to storm in an hour. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, this weather lately, it's been rough. Just so that they'll leave so that I can close earlier.
yeah. Because I work all day at restaurants, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the light of day except for 2 hours.
Mhm.
That's
I don't
fair.
even go outside for those 2 hours.
That's
And
fair.
all I so we're in the middle. I'll try to make talk with people. I don't know if it's considered small talk, but I'll try to make talk with people, being like, "So, is it still raining outside? Because I'm supposed to be getting out at so and so time. Is it still raining? Because I don't want to run in the storm." They're like, "Oh, I think it actually stopped raining." Thank God, I haven't seen the windows. It's
I
so fogged
haven't
up.
seen the sun in so long.
It feels like I'm saying that sometimes, and I'm not. I swear.
I've been trapped here.
No, because
I don't think that
it's hard to talk
counts.
to people.
Cause
I
that
don't.
one's
Okay.
more
Yeah.
like entertaining, but like I'll just get straight up questions. What's the weather gonna be like later? You didn't check before you left the house? You had to walk to this store. How did you not check the weather? There's no parking by where I work. You had to walk in it. You should have checked that before you left home. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, people who go up to you and are like, "Oh, you're a good like basically saying like, "Oh, you're a good person to ask about this random topic that there's a good chance that they have no idea what that topic means." I'm just like, "Why? Why do you do this?"
Oh my god,
I
people
don't
do that to
think
me all the time.
I
All
don't
the
think I'm
time.
engaged in small talk enough like that, where people come up to me, um, merely
It's
by
not
the
like,
fact.
well, here's the thing. It's not just people coming up to you, it's just people standing next to you in a line or something.
Oh, yeah, and they
I was gonna
feel
say
the
my
need.
reasoning why I haven't have that issue. Apparently, and this is what I've gotten from a few friends. I have a like really bad like deadpan face.
Oh yeah, I have
Mhm.
a resting
I have
bitch
a bitch.
face. People
So do
I have
think
a resting
I'm
bitch
I.
face.
people think I'm really mean. I had a girl in high school. We were in the same gym class, and she was like, "Yeah, I thought you were a bitch." And then I started talking to you, and I realized that like you're definitely not that. And I'm like, "I'm sorry. It's just my face. It's just my resting
People
face."
were scared of me growing up.
Oh yeah, same.
Even like uh
My family was afraid of me.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's
that sounds
funny.
so weird. Out of context.
Hey, I mean, you're not the one who almost knocked out your uncle.
Just the silence after that statement. Yeah,
Like,
my family was afraid of me.
pause. I
Pause for
mean,
effect.
Oh.
I
Oh.
mean, like I said, the amount of times I've engaged in small talk, um, I have made it into a full blown conversation each time, or I've just kind of
Mhm.
walked away from it, like, okay,
I tend to just ignore the small talk, which I shouldn't be
Oh yeah.
doing as a retail worker because it is kind of rude. But imagine hearing the same question all the time for like you're there
Yeah.
for 8 hours, and for 8 hours straight you hear, "Hey, how are you?"
Or like, how's your day going? Or, oh, today, like the weather today is so beautiful.
And here's the
yeah, that's what I
Or,
thing.
mean. But
Yeah.
anytime the amount of times we're like, oh, how are you? I'm like, I'll give them a whole detailed of, oh, how I am. Like, I think one time I was like, "Oh, I'm doing all right. Just it's been pretty slow. I'm kind of bored at the moment. Waiting for more
Bless
people to come
you.
in. Hello."
thank
Um,
you.
I will never fault a retail worker or like any type of worker for engaging in small talk with me because they kind of have to. It's most of the
Yeah.
time they're told to do so. Like I'm told to do so at my job to ask people like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? Do you need any
Yeah, no,
help?"
like,
Like I'll never fault
Yeah,
them for
yeah.
that. But once I like say, "Oh no, I'm all good. I don't need any help." Conversation done. Do not engage with me until
Please.
I'm at the register. Please and thank you.
Yes, please. Because, like, there's been a few. So there was this one time. I don't know if this falls under small talk or not, but I was in line, and I had my. Actually, I have the shirt on. I had the shirt on that I have right now that says, "Always be yourself. Unless you can be a dragon, then always be a dragon." Um, and there was this older couple behind me and my mom, and the older man, he sees my shirt and he starts to talk to me about dragons, and it was so cute. Like, I don't think that classifies as small talk, but it's just such a cute moment that I feel like I have to share it.
No, that does not
no, that's
classify
actually
as
not a
small
very good.
talk. Anything to do with dragons? Like, when does that come up in your normal day to day conversation? That is not small talk.
Yeah, no, like I'll talk about to people about Pokemon when I see them wearing something related to it.
I'll I
Yeah.
I do a lot of compliments at my job, and here's the thing. One, I do it because sometimes people are wearing some cool stuff or have really cool hairstyles, but two, it makes them more likely to
Mhm.
buy something. So,
Oh.
yeah. If you compliment them or like engage in conversation with them and they're into the conversation, they're more likely to like trust me and buy stuff from me. That sounds really manipulative, but it's a whole part of working retail. Is
I didn't
you
know
I feel
you
that.
like
gotta
same with restaurants.
you
If
have
you
to try and
compliment
make as
people,
many sales as possible.
like
Yeah.
in restaurant, you also like if you talk to people and compliment them, there's a higher chance that they tip you.
Mm-hmm.
I only compliment people when I see something worth complimenting, though.
Yeah. I won't like look for something to compliment every single person on, but if I see a girl walk in and she has like a really pretty like dress on, I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I love your dress. It's so pretty." Or like, "Oh, I love those earrings. They match like your dress so well." And if they're looking at
Yeah.
a pair of earrings and I notice that it's like the same color as what they're wearing, I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, those match your shirt perfectly." Because it makes it more likely for them to buy it. And the whole thing about working retail is oftentimes your bosses will view your job performance based on the amount of sales you make. So
Mm.
you got to try and make more sales. My current job doesn't do it as much, but I worked at a bigger like place at one point, and we were actually told that we had to sell a certain number of items for each sale, otherwise it would be looked at as unsuccessful. So if I
Oh
only
Yeah.
my
sold
gosh.
2 items, that's an unsuccessful sale. It had to be like 4 items. So I would
Oh my
have to
gosh.
try and get people to buy more stuff. Otherwise it would like affect my like performance, which was so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I hate pressuring people to buy stuff that they weren't going to buy. Because I'm a very like save my money type of person. So like, no.
Yeah.
Don't like you're wasting your money. Don't do that. Can't say
Yeah, no, I
that.
get that.
But yeah, I have to engage in a lot of small talk. A lot of it.
Yeah.
And then, like, sometimes, now working retail, it can get very overwhelming at times. Especially when people bring their fucking monsters in, their children, and just let them run free in my store, which is not okay because their kids
Mm-hmm.
break stuff and then make a mess of everything. And their kids will be screaming. And, like, after that point, it's like, do not talk to me. Do not engage with me. I need my quiet time. I need you all to leave. I'm gonna play my songs. I'm gonna turn the rock music on because I can listen to that when you're not here, and no one will complain. But you need out.
No.
I need quiet.
Yeah.
Felt.
Um,
Well, cause
I feel like
sorry.
I feel like the worst small talk, in my opinion, is is just simply the small talk of you're just so happening to be in the same line as one another, and they're like, "Oh, what are you planning on getting?" or "What you get there?" And it's like, you do not give a shit on what I got or am getting.
Yeah.
Why are you asking? You are not
Um.
obligated to have this conversation. Neither am I.
Or
Why are
whenever
we
you're
talking?
doing public transportation, small talk is terrible because it's like,
Oh
okay, I
gosh.
found my seat. I am at my seat. Say that it has assigned seats. I don't know who I'm going to be next
Like a
to.
plane.
I just want to put my headphones on and listen to my music or whatever show I downloaded, read my book, do my thing. If you're going to talk to
Yeah.
me that whole flight, you are the worst type of person if I don't know you. I
Seriously.
don't
My brother did
want
that.
to know you. I don't care to know you. Uber
We
drivers, I do not need
oh
to
my
engage
gosh.
in conversation with you. Just get me from point A to point B and let me go.
We are just so happening to be in the same space for a certain amount of time. Do not make us friends.
Do not make this an it's already an uncomfortable situation because I don't want to be with a stranger. Do not make it worse.
No, because my
I work
brother,
with
for
Mhm.
context, he does have like hyperactive ADHD.
Hmm.
And he befriended the person he was sitting next to and talked to them the entire time.
My
Yeah.
dad is like
It was a 9-hour flight, by the way.
oh god.
I'm kidding. No, that was a shorter flight.
Okay.
I was messing with
I
the
would
mom.
kill a person if they tried to talk to me for a 9-hour flight.
Oh my god. If so
I would
if
ask for a
somebody
seat change. I would be like,
oh
I
my
move
god.
me now. I will sit next to that crying child. I don't care.
God.
I will
Like
take the parent's seat and hold their child this whole flight. I could care less.
I cannot sit here with this person talking my ear off
At least this
for
child is not going to try and talk to me.
Yeah, at least
I'll
it's
tune out the
trying.
crying.
Yeah, I can't tune out every single word that this person is speaking.
No, cause what was I gonna say? I believe when in my restaurant there was a kid who would go in the employees only area and would try to make
Oh my
small talk
god.
with the coworkers. One of the coworkers didn't stop her. I was the one who put it to end
To
along
it.
with
Or
okay. So
noticed.
the manager finally noticed as well because this family only came on a certain day, and essentially the kid would run and try to make small talk with us. But it got to the point every time the kid got close, before they could start a conversation, I said, "Hey, you can't be back here. Go back to go back to your table. You're not allowed to run around." It took like a whole year until the kid stopped.
Oh
Oh
my
my
But I
god.
god.
succeeded. It was mostly because the other coworkers did not do anything about it as well,
Ugh.
and
Mm.
only did something when I was around. But
Mm.
I was stubborn and I was gonna let a kid win.
There you go.
Mm.
Never let a child win.
Never let the child win.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't deserve it.
It builds up it inflates their ego too much. You gotta let them lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. When after that, the kid has actually finally stopped, and that small talk I never had to do again.
Yay!
Uh,
So, as a retail worker, I will tell you what my absolute least favorite type of small talk that customers will try and do with me is. And this
hmm.
is a special type of small talk that only happens like on holidays, where they'll be
Oh
like,
no.
"Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're making you work Christmas Eve." And it's like, okay,
Oh.
so you came here, you came shopping to the place I work on Christmas Eve. And yet you're gonna be like, oh
And
my gosh, I can't believe they made you work today. It's because of you! You're here! If you
yeah,
were not here,
like
I could be home.
yeah. Like
They do the
oh my
same thing in
god,
restaurants.
imagine having to work because of people coming into your job. Oh,
Or on a
wait, you're the
holiday.
person.
Yeah. It's like, listen, if you came in the day before the holiday and you were like, oh my gosh, do you have to work that day? That's fine. But if you're gonna come in that day and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they have you working Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness. It's almost like you're standing right in front of me trying to buy something from the store I work at on Christmas Eve. Were the ghosts gonna be running the store? What did you think? Of course I'm gonna be here because you're trying to buy stuff.
Yeah, no, they're the
Yeah.
same way for restaurants on the 4th of July, Father's Day, Mother's Day, your own birthday, um, Christmas.
Like
We don't open on Christmas, luckily. New Year's. We don't open on New Year's, luckily. But even so, when we did, ugh.
Yeah,
like
it's like you're the worst type of customer. I'm sorry. Oh, Ace is a robot.
R.I.P. that ace. Hey,
Damn.
no more ace. Chat, we'll be back. Brief ad. Now, are
We don't
you?
even have ads.
I know. That's the point of me saying it. It's funny. It's funny. There is no
Uh-huh.
ads, chat. You've been fooled.
I'm back.
There you go.
Oh, you're back?
I'm shocked that you didn't completely vanish. I thought that your Wi-Fi had gone.
No, I had to switch Wi-Fi's.
Uh-huh. I figure. No, that is the worst thing a customer could say. You know what?
Like
Customers, if you are listening, if you are gonna go shopping on a holiday, I swear to God, if you say to that poor employee, oh my gosh, they have you working on this holiday, you are the problem. You are the asshole. If you were planning
you
on writing an "Am I the
That's not
asshole?"
the
You
episode
are.
today, guys.
You are.
you are. There's nothing getting you out of it. You are the asshole for
Uh-huh.
coming into a store and being like, "Oh my god, you have to work today?" Of
On
course I
any
have
day.
to work
Yeah.
today.
It's like,
Of
let's
course I have to
see.
work today. You're here.
I worked my mom's birthday, I worked Mother's Day, I worked Father's Day. Like, of course, yeah, I'm here. Where else? How else? Why else would the store be open? I'm the one that's forced to work these days. You know that. I am the only one here. But that is the worst type of small talk in retail because it's like, no shit, Sherlock. Of course I'm
Like,
working
bro.
this holiday. Am I not right in front of you? Are you not right in front of me? Go look in the mirror and realize why I'm here today. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like, just take a second. Take a second and look in the mirror real quick and just think about your actions. Think about your words.
Your actions
Specifically.
have consequences, and these consequences these consequences are the poor retail workers who have to work because of you.
I was making fun of the way you said consequences.
I know. I took it in stride. I took it in stride.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
But like,
the worst.
Okay, but some of the worst types of small talk are the small talk that is between family at like funerals, reunions, anything like where you're seeing family you have basically never met in your entire life.
Oh my god, the worst one. My dad does this all the time. How was your day? Pretty average day.
Mm-hmm.
Average. I'm not gonna tell you, oh my god, it was the worst day of my life. How was work? Good.
It was okay. It was good.
It was fine.
If I wanted to, if something actually happened, I would tell you. I'd be like, oh my god, this idiot came into work today. Like, I wouldn't, like, it's not like I would come in and be like, oh my, like, it's okay. I would, like, if I wanted to tell you something, I would be like, oh my god, this idiot.
This idiot thought that he could smoke candy cigarettes at my job. True story.
What?
What?
Yeah.
That's a story time for another day.
Oh, I'll tell you about all the weird people at my job. We'll make work experiences an episode or something.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Or just weird people we've encountered.
Another bad family talk is when they're like, oh, do you have a girlfriend yet? Or do you have a boyfriend yet?
It's like, I mean, if I did, I would probably bring it up. If it was that
and
important.
It's like relatives only see once a year.
It's like, why do you care? We're not getting married. If we were, you would know.
What was that?
My whole response, it's when distant relatives are like, oh, do you have a partner yet? I'm the one who responds like, no, they're not important. Because that's always been my response as a kid. But like, no, I still have school. I believe one of my responses is, what do you mean? I'm in middle school.
Experience of a teenage girl was always being hounded by like my female friends. Oh, what boy do you think is cute? They're all ugly. Dude, I hate them all. That's what I would say.
Real. Dude. I as a kid was the type of kid who is like, I was thinking, me not realizing being gay was an option, was like, yeah, all the boys kind of look the same and they're all kind of cute.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
All guys. And then all of my friends were like, oh my god, you have a crush on all the boys. I'm like, okay.
No, your friend's stupid and doesn't like men.
But I would get hounded so much. I remember being just borderline harassed by a friend who would always ask it, and then they're like, "Well, are you gay?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking care what I am. I just don't like any of them. They all suck."
Dude, so my great grandma, before she passed away, this was like the last conversation I had with her. which is super fucking funny. She asks me, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend or like anything?" And I go, "No, I'd rather have a girlfriend." Without thinking, without thinking.
You sent this lady to her deathbed.
Like like I was with my mom. So okay, so I was with
That's
my mom
hilarious.
and my grandma who has dementia and everything. So she
Oh.
probably doesn't even remember this. Um so my mom has known since I was a sophomore that like since I was in middle school that I was at least queer in some way. Um me like she found in sophomore year is when I like officially told her like, hey, this is my like actual sexualities. This is what I have figured out. This is what I'm pretty confident I am. Cause I've known I've been queer since middle school. Just never knew exactly what I was. So that being said, my mom's known for a while. My grandma, I've never told her because first of all she doesn't have a good memory and I don't feel like telling her over and over and over again, so I might as well just tell her no, I don't have a boyfriend or just not just I just don't bother with telling her. My great grandma on the other hand, I just never talked to her really. Like I never like because she lived in a nursing home really far away, like 2 hours away from where I live, so we could barely ever go see her. Um, we went and saw her sometimes and everything, but this time we were with my grandma. My mom, and my grandma all went to go and see my great grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting in her living room, and one of my grandma's helpers that knew I was gay, because like it was just came up in casual conversation. Like I mentioned, like not having like a girlfriend or anything. And it was a pretty casual conversation. Uh, and I just not even thinking, my great grandma said quite literally just says, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend yet at all?" Yada yada yada. And again, I just go, "No, I'd rather have a girlfriend." And it just hit me like a freight train that I was like, I just said that, and I was like, what the fuck did I just say?
Okay,
Internally, I didn't say that out loud. It was fully
that's
internally
funny.
like, wait, did I
Massive
just say that?
pause. Look at this stupid.
And my grandma had no It was like, oh, and then the conversation kind of just continued. Because
Yeah.
my mom had mentioned before that she had like a gay son.
Mm-hmm.
So
Guys, if you couldn't tell, I'm particularly unhinged. I have been working like nonstop for several days and long shifts. I'm losing it a little bit.
You losing it?
Just a little bit, just a bit. You know, talking about the dinosaurs at my work and all that. um,
Mm.
you wanna know the opposite of the dinosaurs at my work? The fucking gremlins.
Oh no.
I'll be like, "Oh, your baby is so cute." I hate them. Take them out. Get them out of the store because they're going to mess everything up, and I'm gonna spend an hour cleaning up after them. That I could just be sitting, reading my book, and listening to my music.
mm-hmm.
Today I had enough of people walking into the store, and so I have a very versatile playlist that I listen to. You know, we got a couple oldies for the old people. It makes them happy. Um,
Oh,
we
I remember this one.
yeah. The Beatles is very popular. At my job, Fleetwood Mac, you know that stuff. Um, but I got a little bit sick of all of the old people that like my shop is like a light and they're like the moths. They can't not come to it. They flock to it. They swarm it. Um, so I got sick of it and I started playing some modern rock music today. It to you know
I love that.
make them leave. I was like, you know what? We are
Beautiful.
listening to very explicit modern rock, and I will hear no complaints. You will leave the store.
I love that
You want to
so
hear the
much.
lyric about this guy using his left hand so that it feels like his girlfriend? Because let's go. That's actually
That's
a
not what
song
I was expecting.
that is a song I played 2 times today.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm especially unhinged. So you're welcome, guys.
You don't
Next
say.
week,
Limited
so
edition
next week I
Tori.
really, oh my gosh. Yeah, Jesus. Next week I want to talk about like the Gen X rise and shit next week if we can.
What is that?
The what?
Oh my god, you guys haven't seen it.
No, I'm
In
barely a
what?
Gen
Oh my
Z.
god.
Homie,
Not
I
Okay,
don't give
not
a
barely
shit.
a
I live.
Gen
I'll
Z.
explain it to you.
I'm not barely a
I'll
Gen Z. I am a Gen Z. I
It's okay. You're
I
an
don't
old
get
soul.
things.
It's okay. You're an old
We get it.
soul.
You're old spirit.
I'm in the retirement home for real. That's my job,
Okay.
you know.
I'll explain it to you guys after this episode.
Okay.
After we're done recording.
Alright.
But I'm trying to think. Like, but yeah, no. With the family small talk, the worst type for me, specifically, is when they're like, "Oh my god, I remember when you were just a little baby." I
I
don't fucking
hate
remember
myself.
you.
I want to kill myself every time. Not seriously, chat. Every time people bring that up.
In a video game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yeet myself off the bridge I've made in Minecraft.
There's so many reasons why. As most of my friends know, I have memory issues. I don't remember jack shit.
Yeah.
So anytime someone's like, "Oh, I remember you were like this," it feels so different to see you. What do you mean? Who are you?
Like,
You don't
who
remember?
even are
Ugh.
you?
No, I don't.
Dude.
I did not form a consciousness when we last met yet.
Dude, my
I got
family.
bonk. No remembers.
Dude,
One.
my family would make fun of me so much because I would never be able to remember one specific aunt's name. And every single time they'd have to be like, "It's the aunt you never remember." I'm just like,
That
okay.
doesn't
which
help. That is not helpful.
No. It was specifically the one aunt. I remembered all of my other aunts. Because my dad's a twin, and he has 2 other sisters. And then I don't have any other aunts in my direct family.
A lot of my extended family can't remember my name. They'll be like, what's that one daughter that's not here? Oh yeah. I remember her. You don't even remember my name. How old is your daughter again? Oh, get that one. That child of yours. It's like, bro.
See, for my family, they just gotta say, "Oh, how's the black sheep of the family?"
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just the one who's never there.
Oh, I'm the only publicly queer family member. The rest are in the closet.
But that's so valid.
I'm just the one who's like almost never at the family events because I'm always working during them. But yeah, small talk about people's children is I'll be like, oh, I love your daughter's dress. It's so pretty. As I'm like glaring down this child, like, you better not break anything in this store. I swear to God, I will kick you out.
I think it's worse when they ask you, "Oh, so when are you getting your own kids?"
Never.
Dude.
I don't want them. You can have them.
I'm like, it's like, I'm 19.
You want me to have children so bad? You can have them.
You think I can have children in this economy? Funny.
Sweetheart, I got college to go through. That's more important than having children.
I'm in debt.
Literally.
I work a minimum wage job. No.
I just realized I just let my southern part just kick out in that moment.
It's like, bro,
Anyway.
I don't think children are important in this economy, especially when I can't afford to even take care of myself without
Maybe
my parents lending me money for college food.
I don't even have my own house.
I live
Like,
at home.
I also live at home.
Me too.
I won't be moving out till I'm done with college. There's no
Yay.
rush.
So the college that I'm gonna be going back to after this year is an hour and a half away. I
How's the
physically
closest
cannot
one?
make that a commute.
I'm not a
How's the
commuter.
closest one?
I go to college like
Huh?
3 or 4 hours away from where I live, so.
Dude, I'm a
Yeah.
commuter. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a commuter.
I wish I could be.
Yeah.
I got accepted to a school I could commute to. I just didn't want to go to that school.
Literally.
I was like, I fucking hate their campus. I'm not going there.
This was
Yeah.
the only college that had my degree
Yeah, fair.
out of my
Yeah.
entire state.
What was I thinking
Dude,
of? I was thinking of
Augusto,
something.
you could have come to my school and you wouldn't have gotten charged an out of state thing.
Hold on. Wait. Message me how much it is to go to college there. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm curious. I'm curious.
Damn.
I'll send you the college. I'll send you the college.
It's all I'll go because
that's
mine's good enough.
That's what I was thinking of. Ace, you brought
I
up
wanna know.
people like asking you things that like you very well might not even know the answer to. I get that all the time at my job. First of all, people just assume because of work where I work that I know all of the local food places. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not eaten at a single one of those. It's like they're like, oh, what about that restaurant over there? I'm like, that is a seafood restaurant. If you like seafood, you might like it. I've never eaten there. Or the other day I had this lady come up to me and she's like, I have a question for you that you might not know the answer to. And I'm like, all right, let's hear it. Let it out. And she goes, so why do all the other shops close so early? And I'm like, you do know this is a lot of like family owned small businesses that cannot pay their employees to stay open this late? Like, I shouldn't even be here this late. It's ridiculous.
It's not worth it.
No, it's like the $14 sale I made in the past hour equates to an hour of my pay. So my boss has really only made enough to pay me for that hour. Like, it really isn't worth it. That's why. Because your one sale 10 minutes before close is not worth staying open another hour.
Yeah.
It's like the world does not revolve around you. Let the retail workers go home, please. They want to lay in their bed before they have to open tomorrow morning. But yeah, I always get asked like these questions, and people will come in and they'll ask for very niche items. Like the other day, I had a guy come in and he was like, "Oh, hey, do you guys sell that band that keeps like glasses on your face?" And it's like, why? Why would we sell that? That's something you gotta order online, buddy. I don't know a single place over here that sells that.
Yeah.
We're a tourist store. We definitely don't sell that.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
wild.
small talk is fun, especially when you work retail. And by fun, I mean absolutely miserable and the worst thing on earth.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And then family small talk is always bad. because it's like you don't really want to know me that well.
Well, to be fair, I don't participate in family small talk. I run from things. I
Oh, I
hide.
hide in my room during the family parties.
Oh yeah, no. Well,
Well,
we've never had like a family party at
Oh,
my
we do.
house,
We
so I
do.
can usually hide I can usually stay at the house because like the only times that we've had like family gatherings have been kind of for funerals.
Oh.
oh,
We don't get together unless it's like a big event or something.
If I'm not at my house and I'm dragged to a family party, I kind of just like find a spot to just sit and not engage at all.
That's so valid
And
though.
then I go and I harass my mom and I go, "So when are we leaving? Are we going soon?
no.
They did
That
dessert.
was
Can we leave?"
that's what
Can
I
we?
do.
They did
Now
dessert. Can we leave?
now I can actually just leave.
I literally just hover around her and she's like, I know you want to go home. As soon as we have dessert, we'll go. And I'm like, cool. Let us leave. I don't like it here. Everyone keeps asking me about how school's going and how I
You
like
started in
college.
school.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. When people ask me about my college experience, like, oh, how's college? I do go into a whole in-depth thing.
Oh,
'Cause
I
I don't know
told
what
them
small
about
talk
how
is.
terrible, like, my roommates were and all that. But, yeah.
I gave them an entire rant on, oh, I'm studying art. And they give me a look of, oh. And then I'm like,
Oh.
oh. And then I told
Oh.
them, guess what? You can make this with art. I'm gonna learn this. And I actually made this. And I show them pictures of what I've made. And they're like, wait, you made that? And I'm like, yeah, I made a Nintendo chandelier with a decapitated head.
Ah,
Whoa.
Saying
yes.
that at the
Show the
pocket
whole
sounds weird.
family.
Yeah, I do because it's beautiful. It's with flowers. It's very family friendly.
Uh-huh.
I didn't put blood like I was planning to.
Bro,
Fake blood.
I showed my grandma a self-portrait I had to make for my art class and she goes, "That looks nothing like you." And I'm like, "Damn. Okay, grandma. Thanks."
Damn.
I showed one
Okay.
of what I did, and they're like, I kind of just paused, like, you drew this? I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Like, you know what's my least favorite comment in small talk? Michi, te
Hmm.
clavas las uñas en mi pierna otra vez. Sorry. Um, basically, the type of small talk I hate. I can. The type of small talk I hate is when they say, when you show them art and they say, "Oh, I could not draw that. I can't even draw a stick figure." The amount of times I hear them, the amount of times I want to hate them. I hate it. I hate. I hate. I hate it so much.
Like it's such a weird way to try to compliment somebody.
Yeah, because it's like you don't have to bring yourself down to compliment me.
Yeah, it's like why why
Like, you don't have to
why?
compare yourself and me to compliment my artwork. You could just say you like the artwork. It makes me feel bad for doing art.
I don't feel bad.
Oh, I don't. Full disclosure, guys, my grandma actually really likes my artwork. It's that one she doesn't have a filter. She'll just say what's on her mind if you prompt her at all. She does the
Mm-hmm.
same thing about my piercings. She won't bring it up until you go, "Oh, hey, what do you think of Tori's piercings?" And then she's like, "I hate them." And I'm like, "Okay, grandma. Thanks, grandma.
Damn.
Thanks,
Granny, I
grandma.
believe in you and everything.
I stayed up till 2 a.m. to help you bake for Thanksgiving. Thanks, grandma."
I
But
don't think Grandma likes
she
your
she
joke.
actually likes my art. She likes it. It was just the self portrait, which I do agree.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look that much like me, but that's just because I didn't want to do it, so I did it very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's so valid. I think there was one piece of art that I did in an art class that I was like, I don't want to do this, and so I did it really badly.
Anything
So good
I'm
enough for a
forced
grade.
to do, any like type of art there where it's like you have to draw this, I'm like I don't
hate
want
that.
to. Isn't
I
art
hate
This is
supposed to be creative? Let me draw what I want to draw.
this is why I love art college, not art classes in high school. Because in art college, they'll give you a prompt to work with. Like, okay, we're looking for this. Now you can come up with the rest of the stuff. You have this one thing. Write it however you want.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
it.
Like there I did a couple different art classes in high school, and here's things I liked about one and what I didn't like in the other. In one it was like, okay, you're going to go home and you're going to just draw like realistic keys, and it's like I don't want to draw realistic keys for homework. The other one, it was like, okay, you're gonna look at any Inktober list and you're gonna draw whatever prompt you want from there. Interpret it however you want. It's just you're doing an Inktober prompt for your homework, and that was fun because we got to pick. But yeah,
Yeah, no, because like for college, art college, I know that certain ones are like, oh, you have to do this certain method. Like there's this one class I didn't like. They're like, you have to do the grid method.
Mhm.
I hate the grid method for
I
art.
only like it when I'm doing like portraits. That's the only
Yes,
way I'll
that
use it.
that is a valid one.
But
Otherwise, I
anything
hate it.
else, no. It's just for
Um,
portraits, it helps you get the proportions right, and it actually looks like the face that you're trying to do.
proportion reasoning.
Yeah. But no, when you're forced to do like certain art methods that you wouldn't do on your own creative, like when you're actually trying to do stuff, it's like, but like, I don't like this method, I don't use this method, so it's not gonna feel like my artwork if I do that method.
Yeah.
It's like shading techniques. I don't use any of those shading techniques other than sometimes stippling if I want to. I kind of just do
Yeah.
shading however I
Never.
want. Oh, I like stippling. Not for like a whole big piece, but small pieces, it's fun. If you do a giant piece with stippling, you're not gonna be happy. It'll
Yeah,
look
no.
really cool, but
geez, your hands.
your
God.
soul. Do you have one anymore? Are
Yeah,
you
What's
no.
that?
okay?
Have you considered therapy?
I actually knew a girl who did a whole large realism piece with stippling, and I was actually genuinely concerned for her mental health. Because
That's so
not
valid.
that's not a decision a sane person would make.
No.
Okay. Let's get
And
back
I'm
on
not
the
sane.
topic.
What topic? Topic's gone.
Topic
Topic's
gone?
gone. Okay. I think that
I
this
think we
should be
wrap
where
up.
we
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is where we end today's episode. We are way off topic.
Well, that's because none of us can
There's a
do small
topic?
talk.
Yeah.
Dude, I
This
said,
is why we
small
hate small
talk
talk.
small talk disappears when you put 3 people with ADHD in a room.
One person suspects that the other two think has ADHD. And the other two with diagnosed ADHD.
I think I'm what you would call a peer diagnosis.
Yes.
Where you two have just
You
collectively decided I have ADHD.
We're pretty sure you have it. You are very ADHD coded. You do a lot of similar things that we do.
We'll add Tori taking an ADHD test as an episode. God
Yeah.
no.
Dude, we should do the autism.
Oh god.
I've been told by 2 different people who are autistic that I act autistic.
Oh no,
don't
me
think
too.
I do.
Anyways, before we get even more off topic. So that has been today's episode.
What's the next topic, Ace?
Oh, let me pull it up. I completely forgot to pull it up.
Pull up the wheel, Ace.
I'm pulling it up. God. We wanted to add on like retail stories, right?
Yeah.
Well, work stories.
Yeah. Or just like weird people encounters.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have many weird people encounters.
Or just,
We're gonna just
you're
lump that
talking to
all in
someone
with
and you
work
just think,
stories.
wow, you're an idiot.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
next week's
Sorry.
I don't think we want a special guest right after the last one. We want
What
a
was
couple
it?
episodes. It was D&D.
Oh.
We probably want another one. Bad writing.
No, you've been looking forward for that one.
I have so many opinions.
I'll
I'm
talk about
dyslexic. I
my.
have no
None
opinion.
of them are on
I'll talk about my days of
anything.
reading Wattpad stories.
God. So next week's topic.
Ah!
That's the worst one, I know. Actually, no, it's not. You know Quotive.
Dude, I know Quotive, I know what, and I know.
So next week's topic is bad writing, and I hope that everybody is excited for that one because I have so many opinions on so many things. I'm a writer at heart.
I know.
So I will indeed make criticisms of a lot of different styles of writing. Teehee. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. I've been A.
I was Tori.
I was Augusto.
And we hope you don't get lost in the grove. Good. Bye.
Or do.
I hope you don't have to do any small talk in the grove.
God.
Run.
That's it. Goodbye.